Good morning, everyone. I am Rhea Villeza, and now let us continue the discussion. So let's proceed to know about gender and sexuality. To start with, let us first discuss what is gender. As to what Leonard Bryan previously discussed in the first topic, we can definitely say that sex is different from gender. Our sex, which is physical, male or female, is distinct from our gender, which is psychological and social. According to World Health Organization, the word gender is used to describe the characteristics, roles, and responsibilities of women and men, boys and girls, which are socially constructed. This includes norms, behaviors, and roles associated with being a woman, man, girl, or boy, as well as relationships with each other. However, humans are meaning-making organisms. Our ability for higher order thinking and our tendency to create social norms allow us to attach social and cultural meanings to things, including our sex. For example, males are typically expected to be masculine and females are expected to be feminine. Once parents are aware of their child's sex, either male or female, during birth or through prenatal procedures such as ultrasound, they automatically attach social and cultural meanings to their child's sex, and in doing so, they already set an expectation in terms of how their child should behave and how they should treat their child. This social dimension of one's sexuality is referred to as gender. So there are many ways through which gender is manifested. As soon as a new baby arrives in the family, adults surrounding the baby manifest their social interpretation of the baby's sex by the colors assigned to the baby. For example, it is common for families to buy blue apparels and ties when the baby is a male, as the color blue is associated with boyhood. Conversely, female babies are often assigned color pink such that families would buy clothes and toys that are color pink because the color is associated with girlhood. Remarkably, the moment the baby is born, the name, toys, and apparels are picked by parents and relatives based on their interpretation of the baby's sex. Throughout childhood and adolescence, this assignment becomes more complex as the expectations go beyond the kind of clothes worn, but also in terms of how the person must or must not behave. There are a set of behaviors that all female individuals must follow, and so with the male individuals, and all are expected to stick to these behaviors that are aligned with their biological sex. This phenomenon of determining the normality of a behavior based on whether it conforms or not to the expectations relative to one's biological sex is referred to as heteronormativity. In the Filipino culture, girls are expected to have certain characteristics of being gentle, caring, and loving, while boys are encouraged to be strong, rough, and assertive. These expectations also extend to how men and women are expected to behave, the college courses they take, and the jobs they apply to. However, there are people who do not follow culturally accepted standards of masculinity and femininity, like girls not wanting to wear dresses and boys not wanting to play rough sports. This is a natural variation of the human gender expression. Social and cultural practices change through time. Just 60 years ago, women could not wear pants without social disapproval, and now wearing pants is already an accepted fashion trend among people of different genders. How we express our gender is largely based on our social and cultural setting. Most are comfortable with their sex and gender, men who are masculine and women who are feminine. Each culture also has different standards on how to be a man and a woman and how they should present themselves according to their sex and gender. One important aspect of our gender is our sense of who we are. Do we see and experience ourselves as a man, a woman, or neither? This refers to our gender identity. Typically, males are comfortable identifying as a man and females are comfortable identifying as a woman. However, there are cases wherein a person's biological sex does not align with one's gender identity. What this means is that some of us have a gender which is different from our sex. People with this experience are referred to as transgenders. A male who does not feel comfortable identifying as a man is known as a transgender woman. He may be male physically but identify or feel more comfortable thinking of himself as a female. On the other hand, a female who is not comfortable identifying as a woman is known as transgender man. She may be a female physically, but identify or feel more comfortable thinking of herself as a male. We may be identified as being male and female or neither. When we feel this way, we may be transgender or gender non-binary. However, it is natural. Transgender people may undergo gender reassignment surgery to align their physical characteristics to their gender identity. However, due to many factors such as belief systems, culture, and economics, some do not opt for surgery. Another aspect of our gender pertains to our emotional and sexual attraction to a person. This aspect refers to our sexual orientation. According to the Psychological Association of the Philippines, typically at ages 6 or 8, we experience or develop attraction to other people. By adolescence, we already know who we are attracted to and would experiment through dating and relationships. Everyone's sexuality is different and deeply personal. Our capacity for emotional and sexual attraction is diverse and complex, but there are a few common terms or labels for us to use. People who are attracted to the opposite sex are called heterosexuals or straight, and people who are attracted to people of the same sex are called homosexual, gay, or lesbian. Bisexual or bi people are attracted to both sexes, male or female. And lastly, LGBTQ+ refers to the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community. So this concludes the first topic about sex, gender, and sexuality. So the next topic will be about gender role and sex role, which is also related to the previous topic to be discussed by the next reporter, Mr. Rainiel Ortiz.